is so quick and so quiet. Thank you. Yeah, it just gets better.
Welcome back to the Revan channel. We're here at the NMRA Spring Break Shootout. You can hear all that noise in the background, drifting, Moto X flying through the air, and the very first 9-second 2024 Mustang. Justin and Rebecca Starkey, you know them from VMP Superchargers. We're going to get into the details of this car and how it ran 9s at over 140 miles an hour. So Rebecca, first of all, let's talk about the details of the car. 2024 Mustang, 10-speed auto.
Yep.
Now, I got to drive a stick with a Supercharger. I got that video coming up. Ran big speed, but we had a couple of little issues. The clutch was tight and the gearing wasn't exactly right, and I anticipated that somebody would do it with an automatic and the car would really take off and fly. And you guys accomplished that goal. So first, tell me about your car, what options it has, and then we'll get into the blower and all the details.
It's just a 2024 premium Mustang GT. Exactly how it came from the factory, except it's got a supercharger on it now.
You know it makes 800 rebel horsepower from the dyno. What do you think your first pass is going to be?
You know, it's a heavier car than what I'm used to driving, but I'm expecting a real low 10 out of it.
A little background info, this is the first supercharged A10 to go to the drag strip. We just put a really basic drag radial on the stock tire. It's a Nitto drag radial. Hey, they're multi-purpose, they work in the rain. It was just quick and dirty. It's a 275/40/19 on the stock 8.5-inch wheel. So the car runs really good on the street, but the drag strip is a whole different animal because you're dealing with timing and speed. So the power just has to be laid down consistently for the best DTs. We're really hoping to collect some data and learn from it and learn what the car is going to need to go even faster. You might have to press some arrows there.
America. Testo North America is the world's largest manufacturer of handheld test and measurement instrumentation and software for HVAC, food safety, pharma compliance, and combustion analysis. And you can check out Testo at testo.com.
There we go. Strategically over the time. I mean, there's nothing done to this car except for a tire and the supercharger.
It's actually easier to drive than my GT500.
So with a 172 60 foot, she ran 10/16 at 143 mile an hour. That's awesome.
All right, Rebecca, so I've seen the blower. It's got a new look to it. But
Sure
you guys
does.
are always innovating. I've done a lot of work with you guys and had you guys on the channel, and I've been on your channel.
Absolutely.
So tell us about this new Supercharger and what does it take to get this thing going on a 2024?
So we're still using positive displacement supercharger technology. We are partnered with Whipple using their new Gen 6 3-liter rotors.
Right.
And we have, long been aware of Whipple and even competed with Whipple, but we've seen where their technology has gone and we've been really, really interested in it, and we're excited to be working with them now.
That's awesome. So we'll get into exactly what it ran. It did go 9s at over 140. Now, you guys have kind of cracked the code. We're not into full-on tuning yet. So that's different for you guys because you guys are a big tuning house.
For sure.
But this is a bolt-on kit from Whipple, and the tuning comes from Whipple, correct?
That's absolutely correct. There's no aftermarket support for tuning right now,
Right.
except through Whipple. So it's been very different driving the car at the track. My only options are either drive a little differently or change tire pressure, and sometimes both.
Right, you could power brake a little more. Right, you really can't get into the computer, even though you can probably data log, right?
Yes,
But
we're getting
But
data.
there's nothing to change, so you're stuck with the horsepower. Speaking of horsepower, what did it make on the dyno?
It made 810 at our open house.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's flying. And it went 142 is your best speed?
143.
143. So man, that's showing it all, 10-speed automatic. We watched the car make a couple runs today. And now let's get into seeing what's under the hood. Oh man. Obviously 800 horsepower and looking good at the same time. Tell me what we're looking at here, Rebecca.
So this is the Whipple Supercharger, a single throttle body, which is deviation from the stock, 112 millimeters, and then their dual intake system.
Now, when did you do that?
As soon as I got off the truck. I was like, oh, I don't want to lose it, and I'm remembering to do this now, so I'll do it.
The car is so quick and so quiet. Thank you. Yeah. It just gets better. It just gets better. Almost nearly 2/10 off her 60-foot time, and about the same in the quarter mile. Let's go tell her. But I mean, 155 on a Nitto drag radial, like, it's awesome.
I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that.
Do you remember how hard we worked to get your car to go like from 10.0 to 9, your old car?
I came out to the track multiple days in a row with pneumonia.
And like one time it ran 10 zeros.
As many zeros could be on the scoreboard there were.
You're already making more progress with this car. We're gonna tune it up a little bit and see what we can do. Now we're getting into the hottest part of the day, and even the huge intercooler is not immune to that. So Rebecca spent a lot of time idling, way more than I would like, while they went and turned the scoreboards off, because we are covert about this. However, the 60-foot slowed down a little bit. It seemed like she was pedaling it, and I went a 112 eighth mile and a 10.026 at 143.16. Mile an hour's back, and ET's getting better. Heck yeah. So from the outside, it looks really smooth.
It was very smooth, for sure. I thought maybe the 60 was a little bit eh. And it was a little bit eh.
The ET, the mile an hour.
I mean, yeah, that's fantastic.
You're so close to a single digit.
I know.
10.026 at 143. I know I said it earlier, but get to see it with the Queen here. And that's awesome. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Just do more of it. We'll run this thing again.
one that goes down in the grill, and don't put it right in the middle. Point it angled at the side of it because there's that big.
Let's go tell Rebecca.
I gotta hide it from you.
Because of my superior ability to read through white paper.
Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
Okay.
First off, how did you feel about it?
I was nervous, which I'm usually not, but I was just like, we'd had a weird run the previous run, and I was just nervous, but the car felt good. Like at first I thought there was a little bit more hop than there had been the previous couple times. There's always been a little tiny bit of hop. The 2.3 shift felt a little bit better, but still pretty violent, and a little bit of hop there, a little bit hop or spin or something.
It left hard.
It did.
Yeah. And it paid off. Oh! Here you go. Love you. Good job.
So you want to tell everybody what it ran?
999 with a 9 at 142.72. And my best 60 foot, a 153.8.
111 in the 8th mile too. Yeah, that was hauling butt.
Yep.
Great job.
Thank you.
It's got a Nitto 275 drag radial, the new VMP Gen 6 3-liter supercharger in partnership with Whipple. Wow, that's a mouthful. It's got the Whipple tune in it, the 3.75 pulley on the stage 2. We did put some boosting in it, so we had a little buffer. And she drove the wheels off of it.
Tried to.
You did a good job. This is just the beginning. I'm excited that the beginning started out this fast.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah. Yeah, so we will follow along to see everything we're going to do with this car. We're still going to keep it super streetable because if you want to make a race car, an S650 is not the one to start with. I think it can be an extremely quick street car.
Rebecca, this thing is awesome. We got to watch you run today, 9-second Mustang. And I know you know a lot about these superchargers, but I love Justin. He's so technical, and I want to get a word with him. So let's talk to him about some of the tech specs on this thing, as far as what changes were made and how it applies to the 2024 Mustang.
Awesome.
All right, so Justin Starkey, we've done a lot of stuff with VMP in the past, back in my magazine days, and been to his shop like many times. Justin, so Whipple is stuck with the dual inlet, which I like. I know people dig that about the 2024 Mustang, and the closed air filter boxes. Open air filters is kind of like the first thing you always used to do, right? But I see a lot of people are sticking with the closed boxes on these cars.
So it's really a trade-off between underhood heat and peak airflow. Because we are only running 12 pounds of boost, we don't really need the extra airflow of an open box yet.
Right, okay, I got you. So tell me about the kit, and we've seen the Ford Performance version and the Whipple version. What's different about your VMP kit?
Well, at this very moment, just the look of the kit.
Right.
However, the customer experience is very different because you're going to be working with VMP. We're keeping the product in stock for immediate shipment. We are providing the support when you're installing it, when you're getting your tune loaded. If you come to our facility in New Smyrna Beach, we'll install it right there at our shop, dyno it before and after for you. That's the VMP experience.
Talk to me about aesthetics, because this is just a beautiful look that you guys have here. It kind of fits the black car with the black blower.
This is our lid design, and it pays homage to the historical VMP designs like the chevron and the crosshatch, and of course the Shield logo.
Right.
All of our blowers are going to be gloss black, and we're also working on a lot of little touches for the Supercharger kit to make it VMP's own until custom tuning's available. I'm looking at a different inlet tube. I'm looking at some other little cosmetic touches just to clean it up and make it really a really cool showpiece under the hood.
That's awesome. What other mods were done to this car? You got the throttle body. You said you got the 3.75 pulley, which is still a pretty big pulley. Anything with the exhaust, gearing, or axles or anything?
This car has the active exhaust from the factory, so it flows a little bit better, makes a little more horsepower. Gears are stock, axles are stock, suspension, drive shaft. The only thing we've changed is we've gone to a Nitto drag radial to get a little more bite.
Right, that is amazing. Wow.
Given some of Rebecca's challenges today, putting down the power,
right.
I think we are going to need some suspension tweaks to handle the Stage 2 kit.
Yeah, it spun a little bit once or twice, and you know, that's kind of, you got 800 horsepower going to the wheels. Yeah. It's time to upgrade the suspension.
Yeah, I mean, on a track that was rained out yesterday, she ran 10.4 and then backed it up with a couple of 10.2s.
Yep, and it went 999 with a 9. You said at that was at Orlando in testing.
Yeah,
that is incredible. It's amazing for you guys out there to see this. We're bringing you the first 9-second run of a 2024 Mustang, and usually when we interview somebody, you've done a million mods, you've done your tuning, there's so much involved. The fact that you could literally go to the dealership, pick up your Mustang, have your blower installed, go to the track with some tires, and turn a low 10 or a 9-second run is mind-blowing.
And that's something we're working on with some select Ford dealerships, is offering this package right off the dealership lot.
That's awesome. And what about fuel? We didn't touch on fuel. What are you running?
We're running 93 octane pump gas. We're using an additive that comes in a can. Some people love the additives, some people hate them. I will tell you, as a tuner, the 93 at the gas station is rarely ever 93 these days, and
really?
The additive makes a huge difference. Just get used to it, it's here to stay. The compression's going higher from the factory. I mean, this is a 12-to-1 motor.
Right.
We either recommend a 2-ounce shot, they call it,
right,
in every tank, or a whole bottle if you're out racing like she is.
Gotcha. Let's take a walk around and just look at the car, see what we're dealing with. So, got the Supercharger. If you drop the hood on this thing, you don't even know that the thing's a modified Mustang. Just factory front wheels, no skinnies, drag radials. It's got the Nittos on the stock wheel. What were you running for tire pressure?
I've been experimenting, trying to get a little more traction out of it, anywhere from 19.5 to 21.5 PSI.
Right.
I think we're going to work on making a little tune change, because it is hitting the tire shortly after it launches, hitting it a little too hard. And
right.
I can't get it out with tire pressure.
Gotcha. What do you anticipate with the tuning? I think, you know, you're as knowledgeable as anybody when it comes to tuning and figuring this kind of stuff out. How far out do you think we are before you can get in there?
We're potentially years out on tuning. The C8 Corvette took 2 to 3 years to crack.
Wow.
And they were using piggyback boxes, they were using standalone ECUs, everything but real computer tuning. You know, in 2024, they finally have full access, 2 different companies, so there's some good competition, some good options for the consumer.
Right.
I think this Mustang's going to be similar.
That's interesting to hear, because I wasn't anticipating hearing years, because we've really never experienced that in the Ford world before, but welcome to the new world, I guess, right?
Yeah, and I mean, this car, it's already essentially got a really good flowing intake from the factory with dual throttle bodies, dual intake, and, you know, you can do headers, you can do exhausts, but, I mean, people aren't, there's just kind of a limitation you hit, and then you jump up to the Supercharger. And
right.
Because, you know, custom tuning is not available, we are working with Whipple on an almost daily basis on making this tune as great as it can be.
Right. Is this a 50-state legal deal?
It is.
That's amazing. She's cracking up. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing world we live in.
That's incredible. Well, there's a short, quick video for you guys. Breaking news, VMP, Whipple Superchargers, the first 9-second Mustang at 143 miles an hour. Yeah. And we appreciate everybody checking out the Revan Evan channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Stop over to their website and see what they have to offer and how they can help you out with your Mustang or Ford. They're always got a lot of great projects for F-150s, for Mustangs, all kinds of great products and dyno tuning services. So check them out online and have yourself a great day.